What's going on, my YouTube people? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing great as usual. Hope you guys had a great Easter, by the way, too. I was going to come out with a video earlier, but things for me on my end got really busy at work and just in my private life. So I couldn't make a video. I apologize about that. Usually I try to make at least one or two a week. It's been a little bit longer than that. So again, guys, I deeply apologize. But nonetheless, I'm here with a video. Want to have some discussion with you guys regarding these new TVs coming up, man. And I'm just going to have the A95L and the G3 kind of just, you know, playing in the background, some video game footage and things like that. And I'll do some walking around and stuff too, just so you guys can at least be somewhat entertained while I am talking. But I'm going to let that intro roll right here for this video game, Motorfest. But guys, listen, first and foremost, I definitely want to thank everybody for their support wholeheartedly. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. All right. So I just want to get that out the way. I know you guys want to really just get straight to the point. I'm not going to try to be too long in this video. Uh, but I do have some things that I would like to talk about that I'm truly excited for. So just to keep you updated, I believe my G4 is coming in tomorrow. So as soon as I get that TV, I'm going to set it right up. I'm going to spend a day to set it right up, and then I'm going to put them side by side. I think what I'm going to do is put the G3 next to the G4 and then put the A95L all the way to the left. So at least we can see a comparison between the 77-inch G4 and the 77-inch G3 next to each other and see if you guys maybe see any differences or if you think it's worth upgrading and things like that. So you guys let me know how you would like that set up in the comments. I'd highly appreciate it. The other thing is I'm also considering the S90D. So that's pretty much what I really want to speak about on this video here. Man, I'm impressed, guys. The S90D just looks flat out amazing. The improvements it's had, even compared to last year's S90C or S89C, the Best Buy exclusive, it just looks phenomenal. Not that the S90C and the S89C didn't look phenomenal already as it is, but it's just it looks like it's just been refined to another level. Um, so that's kind of like the first thing that I really wanted to kind of talk about is because the new S90D and S95D are going to have this new feature that's pretty much the same thing as live color for the Sony A95L. I think you guys obviously already know this color booster feature, but for some reason, although they are pretty much designed to do the same thing, I have a feeling because of Samsung's reputation with color, and that's kind of like their specialty, is that they're going to kind of take that color booster feature to a higher level than what Sony can do. And I'm excited because I see a lot of reviews. The color booster does look amazing. I've seen some other reviews where people thought it didn't make too much of a difference, whatever the case is. But I'm just personally excited about it because I think it does indeed look like it has made some huge improvements and just has made certain images just look more vibrant within the color, like more gradation, more color purity, more brightness. Just really looks like the color just pops more with this color booster feature. And I'm going to tell you guys right now that if that is the case, then Sony is in huge trouble. I've already don't see them being able to compete this year as far as being the third or fourth consecutive year as a TV of the year, just with LG alone and the G4 with their new processing. But again, obviously we could be completely wrong. Just like last year, we thought the Samsung was going to be the TV of the year, the G3 was going to be the TV of the year, and then all of a sudden Sony comes out at the end and just crushes the competition, and all of a sudden, again, they're the TV of the year. And I really shouldn't use the word crushes the competition, but they were hairline close with a lot of the features and image quality. But when it came down to the processing, they truly did crush it. So let's you got to give credit when credit is due. But yeah, so don't mean to change the subject there, but either way, the other upgrades that I noticed that the S90D has shown or revealed through other content creators and other forums that you read online is they just it just seems like they have some AI upgrades. It looks more like the processor can make the image have a more of a 3D depth perception than it ever has. Like if you notice on the S90C, the S95D, yeah, they do have that 3D look naturally, but it kind of looks like they tweaked the processing more to give it um just more depth within the image. It looks like the edges of the backgrounds or the edges of the foreground are just more pronounced and sharper to give you that 3D pop. It looks pretty amazing. So I'm excited about that. Um, I like the fact that BT 2020 is defaulted now, and that to me just helps a lot. Just helps you avoid having to go into the menu, change things around, and create and force BT 2020. Because now, to me, in my opinion, being that BT 2020 is at default, they might have. It looks like that they've also made corrections to that color within BT20 as well, just to make it look better too. So again, I don't have the S90D in my possession, but it just kind of looks like that through my eyes and my perspective as I read about it or watch YouTubers review these TVs. It just looks really good. Um, Gaming features too look to have been even more enhanced. The gaming menu still looks the same, but it just looks like the HDR gaming has just been improved, and your gaming menu pretty much somewhat looks the same to me. I don't really know if there's any big improvements there, but again, if you can just, let's say, improve the image quality in general from the TV, then that's already going to make your gaming experience even better, anyways. So I don't think that Samsung really had to do much as far as tweaking their game mode or their gaming menu too much, as opposed to worrying about image processing and things like that. Because once the image processing again is improved, then gaming will naturally be improved as well. That's just how I see it. So I'm glad with that. And again, the S95D is obviously going to be their number one tier or their premium TV over the S90D, but it does obviously, you know, fall short in a lot of people's opinions with the One Connect box, especially with last year having a lot of issues with the dropouts, and then their new matte finish, um, their anti-glare finish. So, you know, I've seen videos of the S95D and the matte finish. I'm not a fan personally of it. I do notice that when you have a light that is directly facing the screen, I don't feel like it filters in the light and hides the light or swallows the light. It mainly looks like it kind of spreads the light out, and just like any other matte finish or cheaper TV that I see out there. But again, that's if, let's say, a light is directly facing the panel. But I do notice in just like, let's say, a generally bright room, let's say with ceiling lights or lights on the side or any kind of ambient light coming in or skylights, I do see it having doing a great job and having the panel kind of literally eat that brightness up. So I can see the advantages of that as well. But with direct light kind of, again, projecting towards the screen, I'm just not a fan. It does look, for me, in my opinion, kind of makes it look cheap. And again, I'm not the best fan of the One Connect box either, with the S95C. Um, the concept is great. I like it, but I just feel like, hopefully with the S95D, they made improvements with the One Connect box and the connection issues with the blackouts or the dropouts when you're playing either PC or PS5. I don't think there were really any dropout issues when those TVs were connected with the Xbox. I could be wrong, but I've seen more reports via PC connection and PS5 connection. I've just seen a lot of complaints regarding the dropouts with those two, and that's all. So, anyways, um, the other thing is that I'm really excited about. Listen, I was always a fan. Well, not always a fan, but I was more of a fan than not of the Tyzen UI system. All right. The reason why I was a fan of it was because I just thought it was simple. All right. Um, Now, and it was snappy. I thought it was really the snappiest UI system over Google and over WebOS, but the user menu experience to me was lackluster. So to me, those are two different things. Now, the snappiness of it, how you can fly through the menu without it lagging, or all of a sudden you press the button, you know, 5 to 10 times, and then finally it goes to your setting that you're trying to navigate to. That's the part that I'm talking about that I've always liked about Samsung. It was always snappy, it always quick, and it loaded quick, whatever you clicked on. It looks even more improved beyond that. It looks like now it's going to be more smooth. You're not going to really get any delays in it, and now the menu experience, the menu user experience, does look to be more improved. Now, do I think that the actual menu experience is going to be better than Sony's or LG's? I don't think so, because I don't think that the Samsung S90D or S95D has the flexibility to do that within their menu system. But as far as its snappiness goes, I think it's the best one out of all three of them. I really do, always have. Um, so I never really understood, why people say the Tizen UI system is laggy or anything like that, because maybe the earlier models, but the last 2 years, let's say the S95B and newer, it's it's been snappy, it's been quick, it's been easy to use. But as far as flexibility goes and customization goes, I just think that they should really step that up a little bit more, and I think they would be right there with the top of the list for that in that particular subject. But yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about that one. Um, but the other things that to me seem like the S90D could be a top contender for TV of the year is its color purity upgrades that it's made. It's just amazing. Like, I don't know if you guys seen some of the reviews. I'm pretty sure you have, but the S90D has an image quality to it that definitely looks different than its prior models. It looks more clear, more sharper, but without over sharpening. You can see the fine details better in HDR content, 4K HDR content. You can just tell that they really took the time to really make sure that they had everything down pat to give anyone a run for their money. It's just that simple. That's how good that TV looks to me. And then you pair that with its color purity and gradation. Oh my God, guys, it's think about how hard that's going to be to beat. Um, so again, that's how I see it as far as what I think about the S90D. That might be this year's personal favorite TV, even over the G4. And I'm waiting for that G4 to come in, and I'm excited for it. But it looks that good. Um, Now, motion also looks improved. And listen, guys, for me, I always thought the S95C that I had this past year, motion was great. I had no complaints about it. It was smooth. I didn't see any, artifacts or any harsh artifacts at least when either slow or fast panning. I thought it looks great. So um, I thought it was really the best one out of all of them next to the G3, actually, the S95C. So, to me, they were really neck and neck. And I think with the S90D, as far as what I'm noticing, it looks even better than that. Um, so that's another thing. But looks like there's just overall better picture quality, image processing. I think their AI is going to do a good job in maintaining overall image quality and motion at the same time with whether you're either watching movie content on Blu-ray or streaming, or if you're gaming in a competitive gaming space. I just think it's just an overall great package that Samsung has brought this year, and big improvements to show you guys what they can actually do. Because I think they're just coming from for Sony's head. I think they're coming for LG's head, and I think they're really trying to just, improve what they have to be the TV of the year. It just looks like that's what they're doing this year, especially with their Pantone validation. They're really promoting that hard. They're going hard this year, guys, and it is an exciting TV. It really is. That S90D. All right, so the other thing I want to talk about is the G4. All right, again, that TV's coming in tomorrow. I'm gonna be setting that TV up, so you guys got to give me a day or two to let me set it up. I'll come out with some content or so a little after that. Um, but man, have you guys seen some of the samples and videos of that TV being displayed? The image quality on that thing, is it me or is it? I mean, guys, the the picture quality in that TV looks outright ridiculous. Like it looks crazy. Never seen an LG look like that before. Listen, guys, LG has been known to have that 3D effect, right? Dude, let me tell you, I saw some samples of that TV, the 4K HDR images, demos, and things like that, still pictures, uh, stills. Dude, the 3D processing, the 3D image that TV looks to have this year is a literally looks like you can grab the plant that's sticking out that they're demoing, grab it with your hand and just take it out of the TV. It literally looks like it's popping out at your face. Again, I don't know how LG does this. I really don't. But with this new A11 processor, I believe it has a lot to do with that. Um, because like I've always said in my other videos, LG just has this thing with their that 3D effect that just is different. They do it the best, and it looks like not only is this A11 processor going to make it look better with that specific detail, but they're also going to be able to make the 3D look better on top of the color, on top of the image clarity, and everything else. Just their overall image quality. It is truly amazing, guys. It like I saw this one scene where it was a plant that had some raindrops on it, right? And it was like a with a bright background and it was kind of like a portrait like a almost like a portrait picture but with a plant. Man, not only could you see like the level of high detail all around the entire picture, but this this new picture processing that LG has is able to identify the subject in the picture, right? For example, that plant, and optimize the fine details of it, right? And also making it look more 3D. It does so it just makes it look so much better than I've ever seen any of my LG OLED TVs in the past ever. I was truly impressed. We're in a good space, guys. I'm telling you, we're in a great space right now with these enhancements. And it's the refinements of these TVs. So the panel technology or the panels tech, like the OLED technology, the QD OLED technology, it's already there. The 4K technology, the resolution is already there. It's all about the processing now. And they all have their own different individual approach when it comes to the processing. But at the end of the day, it is all kind of rounded up and just designed to an image that they exclusively want their TV to look like. That makes it different than everybody else. And man, I don't know what LG is doing, but it is one of one of the most clearest pictures so far and I haven't even seen it in person yet. That looks that looks better than any other picture. Even the A95L looks even better than that as far as those fine details go. And that's what I was saying in my last video, guys, is that's what I think LG is looking to do with their new processor, is really just optimizing and bringing out those fine details while at the same time maintaining what they're known for, that 3D effect, uh, great motion, super great gaming features. So I'm really excited about that. That TV looks to have a clear view of the TV of the year for 2024. Obviously, we don't know that yet because we don't know what Sony is doing, and that's what everybody is waiting for. But I don't know how they're gonna how they're gonna be able to beat the G4, and if they do beat the G4, then better for us, I guess, right? So yeah, so that's another thing that the G4 that I'm really anticipating. I do like the idea. Another thing that the G4 has going for them is obviously the flexibility of customizing your TV. They have another new feature that's going to make it even better. So you're going to be able to customize your tone mapping. Uh, I think it's called Tone Mapping Pro. Man, I can't tell you guys enough how sick this is, how awesome this is. Guys, you're going to be able to tone map uh, your own HDR gaming, movies, whatever it is. You're going to be able to customize your own tone mapping. Guys, that is like next level game changing stuff. There is no other TV that can do that. All right. Who knows if they come out with an update where you're going to be allowed to do that with the G3? I'm not sure. I don't think LG has announced anything like that. But guys, think about this. You have a new A11 processor, you have a new Gen 2 panel, you have the new MLA 2.0 technology. That's all paired with each other, right? And then you have new features like Tone Mapping Pro that you can actually customize, right? You're going to also be able to switch to Dolby Vision Filmmaker mode, which is going to be amazing. Um, those things are going to be great. And another thing that's really cool with the new WebOS system for the G4 is you're going to be able to turn off your ads, at the TV level. You're going to be able to turn off the ads so you don't have to be bombarded with that. You're going to be able to turn on and off ALLM as its own on or off switch. I mean, guys, we're at a point in time right now where these TVs are just every year you're always like, how can they get better and better? All right, those questions just have to stop because LG is basically proving their point that you don't. It doesn't just stop. It keeps getting better, and there's always ways to make it better. All right. Um, Another thing, guys, that I'm really super excited about is the excuse me, my throat because I'm talking so much. Or just the small things like um, you know the biggest thing for me was that with the G3, although it looked amazing and always looked good, it was always a great gaming TV. I always thought that it did have the best built-in game optimizer menu system where you're able to fine tune things. Um, I strongly believed that it still had the best gaming optimizing menu system ever. And I think with the tone mapping feature being able to be used through HGIG, I think that's going to take it to a whole other level. So that's the biggest thing for me. The other thing that I'm super, super excited about is that it looks as if the G4's game mode has gotten brighter. Um, it looks as if the game mode not only has gotten brighter, but looks like the colors within game mode have gotten better, more pure. The gradation within the colors looks amazing. Um, just everything all around, guys. The game just looks. I mean, the TV just makes games look better. It doesn't look like there's any sacrifice when you're in game mode, where it's gonna, just be more dim or more dull looking. It's gonna have an all around great, bright, colorful, clear picture, and it's a W OLED. All right, guys. So, do you guys understand how hard LG is trying? Look at that car, by the way. That's sick. How hard they're trying to reclaim their title back, guys. It's obvious. It's clear as day. It's obvious what they're trying to do, and I'm excited about it. I'm rooting for LG. I'm hoping that they're they can prove that you can make a TV of the year and still be a W OLED and still get there. Do I think it's gonna happen? That's a tough one for me because when I think about it, it's just those cutie OLED colors, man. They're just hard to beat. And if Samsung or Sony can, you know, get that color purity, but get LG's, you know, clarity and motion down and, you know, grab that from LG's book, then yeah, you're probably going to end up with another TV being the TV of the year as a QD OLED because I think it'll check more boxes off. But at the same time, this new processor, as I was saying before, sometimes it does come down to the processing, which TV is better, can take the cake. It all depends on how they stack up against each other when they're tested. So, man, oh man, this year is crazier than last year when it comes to these TVs, guys. It really is, and I'm super excited. Another thing that I'm not understanding is when it comes to the S90D. Uh, I thought you were able to get or purchase the 77-inch, and I don't see it anywhere online through Samsung or any other retailer where you can actually purchase the 77-inch or even pre-order it. It looks like only the 55 and 65 are available right now, and that's a little nerve-wracking to me. I don't understand that because I could have sworn that earlier Samsung has announced you're going to be able to purchase the S90D and the 77-inch. So maybe it's coming out later, um, and we're going to have to wait even longer for that TV. But I think that is probably Samsung's hotspot right there. That's going to sell the most is going to be the 77-inch S90D. And maybe they're just making us wait. Maybe they're making us wait because they really want to push the 55 and 65 out first and get as many sales and hopefully get those impatient buyers out there that just want the S90D and they're willing to get the 65 inch because they don't want to wait for the 77 inch. Maybe they don't have the patience to wait for it. That does happen. But yeah, or maybe they lose more money when they make the 77-inch TV or produce the 77-inch because of the panel size, and they don't make as much money as they do, so they're holding off on making those and waiting. I don't know what the issue is, but oh, look at that car too. Woo, that's sick. But yeah, so it could be for whatever reason. Who knows? Maybe they have production issues with the 77-inch because they're concentrating more on the S95D in the 77-inch. But who knows? But either way, guys, I'm excited. The G4 is on its way. Wanted to let you guys know. And what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you think that the S90D is enough to be better than the LG G4, or do you think the LG G4 is going to conquer all this year? Do you think Sony is going to just sit back and wait like they do? Sit back, observe, see what they got to do to claim or reclaim their title, or maintain their title, I should say, as a TV of the year for 2024. And they're kind of just spying on everybody, looking at what these TVs are capable of doing, take that information back to their engineers, and make them go to work and say, guys, make sure that our TV is better than these when we come out, and we'll come out with the A95M, and we're just going to conquer all again. What do you guys think? Please let me know. I'm really curious to hear what you guys have to say. But I just want to say thank you guys for watching my video. And if you have any other questions or comments, please, again, leave them in the comments below. And I would surely appreciate it. I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you.